calling to go to the opposite side of the map. They know Ambot's going to have to walk all the way over there, take even longer to figure it out. I'm going to pass that spike over to Stu as well, looking for that plant. And even still, you can just see the peaks coming down. Ambot just clutches it out. My goodness, what a round for Keanu.
That stunned me, quite honestly. I looked up and I was like, oh, Ambot, what? That I had no words, and that is a type of round that you are so happy to have as someone that is currently down. That is going to do wonders for the Huskies, and they're going to be very, very excited. So taking a look, the equipment they're finally able to purchase, they are able to buy up a little bit more in hand. Of course, on the other side, for the Flamingos, they still have plenty in the tank. You can see multiple members sticking above the 1K mark. Of course, Glow saying, hey, I was going to have a little bit of fun with the shotgun, but it ain't going to come out here today. Instead, it is going with a little bit of an SMG, and they're going to look for it. Senja getting themselves set inside of the smoke here.
Sort of hanging out, waiting for that first little bit of action. Seems to be the Hunter's Fury that's going to come down as well. Bondo is good onto Kaho as well. We'll get a tag onto Juka. Great opening to this round for Keanu, just to pick off that duelist who has been sort of ruining your life a lot of this game. Senja going to find another one. Now, SFU, they're going to have to try and find an exec. But there's 2 members down already.
This is a little bit worrisome. You can see the rest of Huskies set up in a pretty open and expansive spot. They have every single angle covered except for B, and I think this is appropriate. And that's Stu giving away their position. Ambot says easy. And is all that I need. And around the corner you go. Senja said nah. And just like that, it is a flawless round for the Huskies, tied up 3-3.
And it all comes off of Ambot's clutch last round or 2 rounds ago now into finding a pick this round. Everyone's sort of working together on the side of Keanu. You can see that cohesion coming through. And I think in some ways, SFU, they just need to make sure that they're tightening up their own defense a little bit here, or rather their offense. It just seems as if they've started to stray around a little bit. It seemed as if they wanted to go for a default, but some over peaks, a little bit of over aggression ends up costing them just a little bit too much. And now, tied up at 3s, I'll have to see what their answer is, because of course, Haven being this T-sided map, you want to make sure you're putting up 7 or 8, especially when we have a team of the caliber of Flamingo. You expect them to be getting 8 or 9 rounds on this side of the map and closing this map out quickly.
Ooh.
But Bondo going to find 3 on the way in.
I mean, this is we did expect something of this sort when it came to that round for the Huskies. They had the gun advantage, but my gosh, did that look beautiful. Really, really well played and really well held as well. Only losing 1, I think, through the entirety of that. So maintaining the advantage, and now it swings back. This is the Flamingo saying, okay, that's understandable. No worries. It's okay. Now let's buy up. Now let's give them a little bit of pain. And this is where hopefully the Huskies are also able to identify. They should have guns online. You take a look down the line. You can already see the Phantoms. And I think that's even a Guardian in the hand of Glow just saying, yeah, I'm going to try whatever I can. Single taps all the way through.
I think another major thing is the ultimates that are available. Lockdown, you've got Hunter's Fury, you've got the Rolling Thunder on both sides, as well as the Astral Divide for Keanu. Make sure that you're using these ultimates, rotating them out, finding any advantages that you can, especially if you're the side of SFU here. Haven't won. It's been 3 rounds in a row for the side of Keanu already. Juka going to get caught out. The lockdown's taken offline.
And that is such a good pick as well. That turret giving so much information. And also bunkering him down just like that. It's a 4v5, and Kaho knows it. Cheating up forward, knowing and trusting, sees the shoulder, but is spotted on the back end as well. And because of that, without the spike, you had taken over the speed site. But do you actually want to connect there? You can see they're trying to chase over, but everyone looks, and Ambot still gets 2. Are you kidding me? Fires a little bit late. I mean, they looked. Crown and Glow did look appropriately, but it is not fast enough. And that is big wins. Bondo comes from the side. Ambot saved with the rest of the team. Stu cannot hold it out. And just like that, it is over. That is 4 rounds in a row to the Huskies.
Yeah, and after that force up from the side of SFU in round 2, they started to get a little bit of momentum. Once they've been on even footing for the side of SFU, they've struggled to sort of find their executes in the same way that they did earlier when they had better weaponry. And it just seems to be that they're forcing a little bit too hard. I'm not really sure what the calls are in this situation. Of course, when you're playing with a sub, specifically Glow filling in there, IGLing might be a little bit different. Kane was the IGL for Flamingo, so That's my main question. Are they going to be able to sort of clean everything up here? And best of the ones, as you mentioned, it's brutal. You can't give over too many rounds because you have exactly one chance that you're going to face this team. If you lose to them, it could end up costing you down the road as well. You only really have one more loss to give if you want to make it to those finals. And even then, you might need some help from other teams if that's the case. Nonetheless, going to push through
Ooh.
sewers here. Juka did not check the
Oh.
corner. Savo is sitting there. He's just
Oh, oh,
doesn't even
Saba! Oh,
shoot. He didn't even need to
a
shoot.
nasty call. I don't care what anyone says. The call to hold saying I know someone's there. Oh, what a play. Savo and a group hold it down on A and take one of the easier rounds of this game. Phenomenal call right there.
Check your corners. We know rule one, right? Check your corners. You have to check your corners in those situations. And Savo's just, he's laughing all the way to the bank there. Juka didn't check. The Rolling Thunder hits. Just able to find that second pick. And now, SFU sort of on the ropes here. 5 rounds in a row. It's starting to get into a scary territory. And finally, they're going to call to just save. Full save. Make sure they've got rifles for the next couple of rounds and get back into the swing of things. Juka taking a little bit of contact with Ambot. Will just back out for the time being, but Luffy already here trying to find that one piece for themselves. Not going to find it quite yet unless Kaho looks for seconds.
I mean, with how long he's been on a journey, you would hope he finds something at some point. Now you're looking for a kill and a half. He finds you lined up, and you spray. You get one and then some. I think 95 damage on Glow. You know what? That's enough. A piece of cake and more. And now Bondo on the backside is getting eaten up as well, but says, hey, I can chase. Swing around the corner. Great shot to grab the body of Kaho. And then looking one more time, Savo saves Bondo. And they bond their way to C. Spike is down inside of the connector, and just like that, I mean, the Huskies are looking so dominating, a team ace to close out their 7th round. This is Flamingos, yes, a round where they had to save, but still, this is getting out of control. They only have one ult to their name. I mean, this is dangerous in the first half.
Yeah, and this is a crooked number to put up on the defense as well. We talked about it off the rip. This is a T-sided map. You've got those 3 sites. You've got so many rotation opportunities. The average performance for a team on this is 7 rounds on the attack to find that for yourselves. And it's 7 rounds on the defense already picked up by the side of Keanu. 6 in a row. They've still got that economic advantage. They could get wiped off the face of the earth this round, and they'd still have enough to buy up for next round. And if we weren't going to the half, they'd have enough to buy it for 2 or 3 more rounds after that. Savo up top. Once again, no one checking the corners. No one is clearing this jet. It's just 3 for the Astra picked up.
Oh, and that one hurts. Ambot still sprays through. Are you going to find the ace? Come on, give it to him. Give it to him. Look around. Look behind. Stu is around the corner. That shot goes up, and Stu shuts it down. You know what? It ain't no ace, but it's a 4 and 1. I mean, if you got 4 aces in your pocket when you come to the table, that's more than enough to win the hand.
Incredible stuff coming through from everyone contributing on the side of Keanu. Everyone is stepping up. Everyone is coming to the table. Sendo's just trying to hold down space, but Savo just sitting in these corners. Ambot spraying and praying there. It felt like Bondo as well has had a couple moments like that. 8 rounds in a row, or 7 rounds in a row, 8 on the board for Keanu as we go closer to the half. And at this point, SFU, they've got no money in the bank. They're just buying whatever they can. They've got to piece something together to get any sort of momentum back, because this is starting to get a little bit rough.
Oh, this is, I mean, maybe they're just waiting for the 9-3 curse, you know? Hey, you never know. That could be what they're playing for. You know, run it back from there. Oh, Savo saw the peak. That could have been close. Savo now looking for another with the op. It is so fun to play with, and it's also you don't want to make the wrong shot, right? Giving away the information of where that op is currently in play can tell the other team exactly where they need to put their power. Hey, if the shot goes up mid, cool, you can rush up C, maybe. So it's the touch and go. It's sometimes the threat of the information is greater than the threat itself. You can now see a full stack here on C's side, as the entirety of the Flamingos are like, look, we got to try something. 2 stars down on that row. They go ahead and close off the right side of C's site. And now chasing up and above. Knife goes out. Kaho does not get the reset, but instead is looking for just a bit more. Grabs that Phantom and is ready for the retake.
Lockdown comes down as well. While the spike is planted, just a little bit of a slower approach from the side of Keanu. They haven't really had to deal with SFU getting the spike down very often. as weird as that sounds, it's been all of these Elim wins. But now you've got to contest against this hold. Multiple members on site, though, still have a
Ooh.
little bit of numbers here. 3 members still alive. Just trying to swing and deal with these long shots. Stu going to find a third for themselves. Now just 1 left.
All right, that's more than enough. But Savo said, not that easy. Let's see if the hunt can be found, and it is 4K for Stu, and they are happy about that one. Beauty of a play, beauty of a call, and it is the first half done. You know what? They get around at the end. It's kind of that, you know what? We get a little bit of compensation at the end. It's still 4-round difference towards the side of the Huskies.
Honestly, I think in this situation, it just felt as if SFU they didn't check their corners. They were playing a little bit sloppy for a lot of that middle part of the half, I want to say. We talked about like Sava just being able to sit there and not get checked for 10, 15 seconds. Eventually, you have to turn around. It's like that moment at Masters. We just saw, I think it was Loud. Les was just sitting there and he just sitting in the corner. No one was clearing him out until you got the turnaround from Calm to shut him down. It's like you just got to check your corners and you got to make sure that you're playing as you would normally against any team of these levels. And at this point, it just feels as if almost slightly disrespectful, I want to say, in terms of maybe not expecting Kiana to come out firing this hard. But now I think they're going to have to buckle up, try and get themselves back in the right shape. Juka trying to deal with Savo, just going to back off as it's a B plant very early on into this round.
It's a quick rush. Again, I don't doubt it. And it's a very fun one as well. You can see the scramble, but look at the log of hold. Take a look at where the KJ is for the attackers, and Kaho finds Savo. Either way, he's going to be trades back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Bondo finds Glow, and just like that, it is 2 down. 2v4. Bondo fires through the smoke and says, thank you very much. It is a quick pistol round for the Huskies, and my gosh, they are coming out with some bite. They have not feasted for quite some time. And right now, they're taking a big chunk out of the Flamingos.
Yeah, and I think a major factor behind that, once again, the Astra suck just coming through. Post plant, we were talking about this from at the beginning, the difference between that Omen and the Astra. Your post plants are going to be so strong when you've got that Astra with her concuss, with her suck. Everything there is going to be incredible for you. And now, are they going to force back up here? Juka seems to think they are. Yep, they're just going to call for force once again. And I have to start to worry because if this force doesn't work out for them, they're looking at double digits already for Keanu, 3 more that they need. And you can't really force again afterwards and expect results to go any differently. Savo, though, getting stunned up. Great Dart going to scan out multiple members. Savo still left unchecked on top here. Great Blind going to come down as members start to fall. Savo finds 2 as Luffy finds another one. Now it is a 3v2 on the C site. Savo does a great job of just clearing everyone out. Now Kaho needs to find some shots.
I mean, Juka was able to find at least 2 before leaving, even got a turret kill on the back end. So you know what? You take what you can get. Now Kaho dancing on the side, did not check that right flank, and because of that, Senja got some free intel. Bondo finds a shot through the box and 2 headshots to close it out. It is now 10 rounds to 4 here. As right now the Flamingos are flapping. They're not going too far right now. Hey, plenty of time to play. That is 2 of the earlier rounds done. This is the time that we now get to see some pain come out here, but because of that buy earlier in round 2 of this half, it looks like they're going to have to save up here. This one feels pretty dang bad. It's more or less, unless a miracle happens for the side of the Flamingos, it should honestly be the Huskies that move up to 11.
And this is worrisome to see in a lot of ways, just because they are a team that I know personally from experience seeing this team, they are a team that can thrive in the best of situations. And is this substitution really the only reason why they aren't succeeding? Maybe, maybe not. It's just a little bit of, lack of preparation almost. As Kaho able to find Salvo at the very least, but traded out for Luffy. And it's Sheriffs versus Phantoms. It's Sheriffs versus stronger guns. You still have to cover your bases in a lot of ways for these kind of rounds. At the very least, it is even keel thus far. Just need to continue to progress up slowly but surely. SFU need to continue to hold the door.
Time to make a play. Luffy quietly walking away, and this is honestly one of the tricky situations. You will sack and connector over there on A, and this is such a danger. Take a look at this, though. The Killjoy line and prepped and ready to go, and they're going to round the corner. That's going to be an unfortunate run by Bondo. Bondo eats all the bullets, but Senja able to trade it to a 1v1. not exactly what they wanted. They were hoping for a 2-0, but you'll take what you can get. At this point, it's a little bit of a catch. Glow gets Noxilian slowed around the site, and A is now going to be rushed. 30 seconds left on the clock. They have to enter site, but they can't. They are blind. They are roughed up. With that Nano Swarm going down, it's a shot up top. Juka takes a little bit of pain, but able to trade back. Great shot. Number one, number two. Luffy, though, gets one more. Can you find two more? Can you do it? 15 seconds left. I mean, you got 15 HP. Not much else to call for. It looks like you're going to go ahead and walk backwards. Just save up. Hang on to your gun. Good call. No reason to rush. You have a plenty of rounds to kind of give yourself a buffer zone. It is going to be the round over to the Flamingos.
Yeah, Flamingo doing a great job of sort of taking those 1v1s that are in their favor. I think back to Savo just sort of peeking through a smoke with the barrel of the gun just barely peeking out. Kaho able to find one there. Once again, it wasn't even weaponry. It was a significant advantage for the side of Keanu, but now, after the force, after another sort of half force coming down in the round victory, now you see the SFU buying back up, getting those rifles to match toe-to-toe, and whoever loses this round very likely has to go on an eco right after this. Really depends on if SFU are going to continue to push forward, play a little bit safer than I think they were for the first little bit. And that's what's important. You have to make sure you are covering all of your bases in these situations, as Keanu just slowly marching up mid. They really like this B site. They're ready for where all that util's going to go as well, as they're just going to get the plant down.
Well, it's almost a good plant as Glow is able to find it with the Molly. Plant goes down, but yes, but you lose a member still. 4v5 on the retake. Hey, you'll be pretty happy about that one. Salvo hiding around the backside, though. This is now, I believe, the second or third time that they've attempted this site. And Crown just mows down Ambot. Not a chance to defend. And Juka forces out through mid. Senja ready to go on the back end, but Savo still hiding in that corner, but the corner does not relent. That's going to be eaten up as Glow gets a 3K, and this is a squad that we are kind of looking at. Guns up, barrels out, and they take it with 4 live.
Great stuff coming through from SFU is now they're starting to bring it back. This is the SFU Flamingo that I'm used to seeing in a lot of ways, and I think this is the gameplay that they're looking to see as well. Now forcing Keanu back onto an econ. They're going to probably get the 7th round for themselves, as long as, once again, they're playing towards their strategies. They're not going off the playbook in a sense. But of course, you just need to see SFU sort of show up a little bit more. You can see them playing off of each other. That peak coming through. Crown just blinding through onto Luffy, enabling the swing through from Juke, I believe. That's what we want to see out of them, and that's how this team was able to win CVL West in the spring. See if they can continue to execute on those strategies now against the save round. If they can find a flawless here, they're going to be in great shape for their econ, not only for the rest of this half, but potentially preventing a loss as well. If a loss comes down, they're not going to be forced back into their pockets as much. They're able to find a nice clean round here. Of course, Savo peeking, but not really firing any shots. Crown just going to drop down the smoke, says Keanu back out.
Please back out. Can you please? Would you kindly? Just let's not test the waters just yet.
Yeah, we don't want to get too antsy there. Still a lot of time in the rounds. And I like how Keanu's playing a little bit more patiently, even on their eco rounds. They're willing to take these fights. You know, for someone to peek into 4 or 5 members, Crown just gets shut down as Ambot finds him through the box.
I mean, I love the fact that they're able to find it, but the Nanoswarm slows it down, gives plenty of time to rotate out, but Senja still finds it. There's a Hunter's Fury to claim the life of Glow, and that is such a key member. It is 3 dead on C, and what a beauty of a moment it is. This is the Huskies running roughshod in the scenario. Now a fight back, and I mean, you're still going to stick it. I can agree with this one. Dance one, dance left, and nope. Stu says nah. Kaho finds another. It's down to a 2v3, and hey, they've slightly evened things up, but Ambot is ready. Can you get the pistol off? 1 shot is all you need, but you come around the corner, 3, 4, 5, and you get it. You have 1 more shot in the barrel. You can't get the headshot, but you did enough work, Ambot. You did your job. Oh, but the swing, Stu, no! No, that's illegal. Stu, that is not allowed. Are you kidding me? Oh, the recon goes high. I don't think Senja is swept. And I think this is going to be the chance. It's down to a 1v1. There's a shock bolt, 18 HP. They're on the... Oh, did you not hear it? There you go. You take a peek. And a step off, Stu. You got to get the headshot, but you can't. Senja able to make it a thrifty round, but it was so dang close.
Yeah, that's brutal for the side of SFU, because 3 members died before they even entered onto site. It was the Sova ultimate. It was just a little bit of an overpeak coming through from Crown. 4 members were facing the opposite way, and those high penetration bullets coming through out of the Sheriffs. do some damage even if they are reduced through that box. Ambot has been so good at landing those one taps, and now that econ that we said, would have been in good shape if they're able to find a flawless here. Now, not looking so good for the side of SFU Flamingo. You've got a couple of members with those rifles, though, of note. Stu has that rifle. Got to keep an eye on this Sova, who has been so good this game. But Kaho removed before they can even do anything. First blooded. Your duelist is off the table.
You tried to swing and you got caught down. I mean, that's just one of those gun duels that is just all right. I took that chance. Stu though, looking to not take any chances, hiding inside of the smoke with a shock bolt ready to go. But another star goes up to the top side. Because of that, it's a bounce back. You get damage onto the spike planter, but Bondo still gets out of dodge. 48 HP left, and Juka gonna lay down that lockdown, and it's a contested. I love this, literally overlapping. It is gonna be a bloody mess. Stu is able to find one on the top ropes, everyone getting out of dodge. And now they're gonna look. Juka runs in, finds Luffy. It's down to a 3v4. But so many players detained, 2 on either side. I love this so much. Bondo saving their teammate. Everyone's like, please help us out. It wears off. It's enough time. But oh my gosh, was that funny. Now Crown walking forward, and Savo has to eat it. Had to walk on top and may have saved the round there. It's a 1v1, but no, you did not glow. Knew there was enough chaos to get that defuse and gets the kill at the very end as well. Oh, the Flamingos tango with the best of them and come out on top.
That round was one of those ones where you're like, what's happening here? Double Killjoy lockdowns coming through. You get the half from Juke, and that's massive that you get that half. Everyone was detained as well. What was going on with that? I think they were trying to chase down that lockdown as well, but hey, in the end, it's a round win for the side of SFU Flamingo. They'll have the better weaponry once again, but look at these ultimates once again. I love to look at how they use them. Savo's very likely going to pop the knives. Luffy has that Rolling Thunder to prevent a post-plant situation. Savo, though, taking him to 10 HP before the round even starts, and Kaho with knives on the opposite side finds 2.
Kaho's coming alive, said, hey, we ain't gonna get done like this. We are gonna go ham, and I look at the jump, see someone there, Bondo, saying, I'm gonna get chased. I know I'm gonna get chased. Team, please help me out. And they forget about Jugo, comes around the corner. Mid. It's 8-11. That is 2 rounds in a row.
Yeah, that's what we wanted to see last time. They had the buy advantage there, and now Kaho even going to fully invest into that operator. Kaho was excellent with the operator. We last saw him play in CVL West Spring. I want to see if they can recreate that here. Solo holding that C site. Can find 1, potentially 2 with that op. It is immediately worth it here, and especially when rounds are starting to get closer and closer as Keanu start to lose a little bit of their momentum that they had going into the half. Have to worry about what they can pull out of the hat. Low walk forward from Savo. Once again, clearing out garage. They know the bot's in here, though. The turret's actually smoked out. This is excellent pushing forward. Juka, though, was expecting it. Still has to be careful. There's multiple members pushing forward.
And that smoke did not do any favors there. Kaho, though, getting some help from the teammates and trying to stay alive at the camp. Bondo and Luffy able to hold it down. And now, again, C-site is taken. 4v3. Flamingos have done work before like this, and that's going to be another catch. Get the damage, but can't follow up the kill. You force them off of sight. But again, that's all they care about. Look at the long defense all the way back. This is going to be difficult. So last time they tried to cheat this, it came down to a singular gun duel, and it came very, very close. Nanoswarm going to slow him down even further. I think the rest is just the well. That's going to be a tap, and the call on the other side. Look at it rolling down the side. Glow finds a catch. And looking for a bit more. Crown is going to find another down the hallway, but they did not look at garage. Ambot was ready. Can you get the shots? Yes, you do. But it's down to a 1v1, and Bondo knows it. Bondo saying, yeah, sprays a little bit left. You're going to have to look. Are you going in? There you go. Bondo has... Oh. Bondo said, I can't hit the shots. I don't know where it's landed, but it is enough. It's a good catch there. It is now match point.
Bondo and Ambot have been absolutely fantastic for Keanu. It was a very costly round for them. And you start to worry about a little bit of that money. You can see full light shields coming through, even a Guardian for Luffy. But nonetheless, they have played this excellently. They're going to find a little bit of an upset here on to SFU Flamingo. We've joked about this with some of the other regions as well during the CVL. You know, West is such an open region, and both of these teams coming out of the West, showing that it's anyone's game, anytime. someone can just turn the script, and Keanu seemed to be the next one on the chopping block, especially after a little bit of a rough performance in nationals, Canadian nationals that we had in November. They're looking to bounce back as Crown gonna say, not quite yet, as Kaho. Nice little flank here with Stu. This could be danger.
Oh, and gun discipline is good. Stu said, hey, try and eat me up if you can. You don't even know I'm here. Great flank, and now you can see the two tucked all the way back there on C. This is dangerous. Long-range gun duel coming out here as it is going to be won by Stu. 3K and a half. Kaho comes around the corner, and it's a flawless to make it 3-round difference. SFU along pretty nicely here. They know it's all on the line, but they've held it down and now get a much-needed save round out of the Huskies.
Yeah, this is big because 12 rounds on the board. They're facing match point. The fact that there's absolutely nothing left in the bank for Keanu forces them onto classics. This is a lot easier to deal with than sheriffs. We had this discussion as well. Collegiate sheriffs just hit a little bit different. It's probably from all those death matches that they play at 4 a.m. when they're supposed to be doing exams and all that stuff. They're just in deathmatch practicing their sheriff aim. That's really what it comes down to. But now, Crown, he can jump peek this a lot cleaner because those classic shots don't go through walls. They don't do anything really unless you're up close and personal right-clicking someone. Nonetheless, Crown will just be able to get out, forces out the Hunter's Fury. There's a lot of damage taken by Juka though as Ambot strikes again.
Aimbot said, I am the aimbot, at least for the singular moment. Now it's a blink of 1 and a B, and now around the corner, Kaho said, hey, give me a chance with Stu with the shockbolt kill. Is now going to help out the rest of the team, and Glow from around the corner said, peekaboo, I see you. Everyone cleaned up in a half. It is, again, that save round. It is now all the most important of all of this. Is Juan here. Next one coming up. It is going to be 1-round difference between the two.
It's a buy round for Keanu. Have to try and stick it to him here, lest they be forced back onto another forest. Stingers, sheriffs again, maybe a bulldog if they aren't able to convert this round. But it is of the utmost importance if they're able to find it this time around. Of course, SFU sitting on a lot of money, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much money you're sitting on at this point. You just have to win rounds. That is what matters at this point. Granted, if they do lose multiple members and they're still able to secure the round, they should be able to afford up again. But Crown, sitting on that operator, not going to be in Kaho's hands, trying out something a little bit different, taking a strat out of TL's playbook? No, Carmine Corp's playbook there by putting the Owen on the operator. Nonetheless, slow advances from Keanu once again. Great patience from them, but will they be able to convert on all of this time that they're taking to be as diligent as possible?
That is the big question, right? This is one of the few rounds that we've seen actually take this much time. I think both teams have actually played a pretty standard pacing, right? It's never been super slow. I think we've seen 2 rounds like that, and if they do happen, it's because it's forced, right? The defenders are able to defend. You can't push as quickly as you want. It's never been of their own accord to wait this long. So, as you said, maybe this is the change of pace that they're looking for. Maybe they do gather that extra little bit. A little extra that stairwell. And they're going to try and look left. That's going to be a dance between the two jets. Smokes go out, and you still get the spray. Kaho able to hold it down. Rest of the team ready to help out. Now you're all out of abilities. Rest of the team now scattering to help out. From the shadows is pulled, but that now leaves it open. You got 25 seconds. You can rush B or C. It's going to be a little bit hectic, but it is very doable.
Yeah, but Juka's going to hear all of this, going to be calming that to the rest of the team. This wall not doing them any favors. It was meant for that A hit, and yet they're going elsewhere. Juka hears some footsteps. Oh, we're going to be looking the wrong way, but look at Keanu. They're looking onto sight, and now the Sova ultimate comes down. There's no time to plan.
Ooh.
And SFU Flamingo secure it up.
Honestly, from the other side, we are, of course, getting something fixed. We do appreciate it, but what a snap right there. Beautiful cross, and honestly, a hold by the Flamingo said, nah, you don't get a chance today. What a beautiful play. It just fell into the playbook. Juka was like, I mean, this is why we practice it, right? This is why I hold this angle, and this is why we wait. And now it is all down to this. You can see the weapons are not exactly reliable for the side of the Huskies. They're working with an SMG as well as a singular on the bottom side, even a Bulldog to come out, just scraping the bottom of the barrel. But again, it will go to OT if they get the chance. But Crown said, yeah, we're can land this. No, they can't, and it's a cleanup. Kaho finishes off. We are going to OT in game number 1. I mean, in the beginning, we were curious, right? We were curious about the Flamingos. We have a little
good to go for taking this first game, getting yourself your first win, starting to push yourself up the ladder just a little bit more. With best of ones in the round robin format, the single round robin format at that, you have to find every single win you can. You cannot take any game lightly. And Keanu already pushing SFU Flamingo. I'll reiterate it once again. I've said it so many times. I'll say it again. They were CVAL West champions. And they're getting pushed to the brink by Keanu.
I mean, this is just it's a great start here, and I'm so excited to see even more. We got 4 more amazing games later on as well. We might see some returning teams as well. So remember, we have so much more Valorant to be played here today as well as tomorrow. So keep eyes on that. Luffy, though, ready and hiding in garage once again. A little bit of a cheat over towards the A site, though. 2 holding it down, the Sova and the Jet. Bondo and Friend, though, checking on the corners. Shot goes out. You get a little bit of a tag on 1, and then the second tag. So you see them backing away.
They didn't see
Information
Kaho,
gathered, but you only see 1. Keep that in mind. Only saw 1.
Didn't see Kaho and Juka. This is what Juka loves to do. Lurking Juka. Loves to drag players over. And look at this. 3 members towards that C site. Savo is spotted out. And now the call comes through. Glow. Great fault line just going to stall up Savo for so long. Kaho looking for the other member, though. Crown is able to find Bondo. Savo with the shorty kill there. Will be able to secure it up. Crown will find the plant. Doesn't get caught by that aftershock either. And now the pressure's on Keanu to retake this site. But look at where Juka is once again, slowly but surely making his way up, be forcing eyes to be turned the opposite way.
Well, the eyes might be the big catch. You can see over there in connector. It is such a firehouse. Kaho mows him down in 2, but Salvo able to trade out. It is still done. That is going to be the Flamingos with 3 alive to move up 1-0 in OT. If they win 1 more, it is done. We now swap sides as the Flamingos will go to the defensive. And of course, for the Huskies, they got to fight hard here.
And this is a little bit crazy to see that we've gone to this overtime situation, but Flamingo have been able to recoup some of their losses in a lot of ways. It's 5 in a row now for themselves. They've got that momentum. If they can continue to execute on those strategies, they'll be able to close this one out. They've won, what is this, 9 out of the last 11 rounds for themselves? Good run for themselves. And if they can keep that going into this potentially final round, it should bode well. Savo onto site very quickly. Gonna be able to find a pick onto Stu, but traded out immediately for Glow. No one can see anything on this site as Kaho finds another one. Glow picks another one up, but Luffy trades out a couple more. It's a 2v2. Into the post plant we go. Juka's lurk not quite gonna be in the right situation now. They're just starting to pincer it in, and are they expecting these members to be there? Crown dodges away from the Rolling Thunder.
They actually send it backwards to clear out their entry into the backside. Heavens gonna be in danger there as Crown is locked in. Shots go out, you're stuck, but you can still fire your gun and you find it! Crown in the heavens says, I'll send you to heaven. That will be GG, as it is the Flamingos to take the game. It was by no means easy, but it is completed 14-12, game 1.
And SFU Flamingo, they must be one for the dramatics there, as they push us right to the edge in terms of going to overtime. A lot of people had this team as sort of the odds-on favorite to win everything, and it seemed as if they just didn't really get off the ground in the way that we were expecting, or even they were expecting. But once they sort of secured everything up, once they looked at the scoreboard and saw Keanu was already on double digits, they said, okay, time to buckle up. Let's make sure that we can end this off on a victory here. It took them a little bit longer than expected, but nonetheless, Incredible stuff coming through from SFU Flamingo, who hold the line and find their first victory in this round robin.
And it was so good. We have so much more action to come up. Maybe some more OTs. If not, then we'll get some action in the rounds themselves. Of course, time will only tell who comes out on top and who will be making it into our day number 2. So please don't go anywhere. The CIE will be back in just a few.